Dragon Ball Super is in desperate need of a brand new villain, and this is not it. And as much as we would like this to be it, this is like endgame. This is toward the future. This is a calamity, not a main boss battle. We need a new opponent, somebody that actually has a terrifying presence and is going to give our heroes a run for their money. Now, before I go any further, let me know in the comment section below what character you would love to have as a villain. I'm going to give you a second to go down there and write your answer, because soon I will tell you that Toyotaro has been secretly adding and developing a breadcrumb and giving us a hint as to what kind of universe he may take this new villain from. And simultaneously, I'm going to dash half of your hopes because I know what most of you guys are going to answer. And you guys had enough time. No, it is not Cooler. We don't want second Frieza. Frieza is already menacing enough on his own. He's had several times where he's had the main focus, and as much as I would love Cooler and I would absolutely enjoy having him as a villain as long as he's well done, it is time for some fresh blood in the Dragon Ball game. And there is only one villain or villain type that can do Dragon Ball justice in this moment. Somebody that can take every concept of Dragon Ball, the ones that we've had so far, going all the way from the gods to the angels to different dimensions and different timelines, different histories, and web them all into one coherent story. And before I continue further, huge spoilers for Spider-Man. If you have not seen the movie yet, go watch it. It is phenomenal. But here we go. The Spot. We need a villain like the Spot. We need a villain that is having a villain story, a villain story that takes him from being a loser or somebody that is non-threatening to possibly universe-ending proportions deadly. That is the kind of villain that we need. Spider-Man did it perfectly in its runtime, where they had the Spot be a goofball, non-threatening villain of the week, to ending as a calamity, the destruction of all universes with a vendetta against Spider-Man. Now, I know what you're thinking. Yes, the Spot is good, but I mean, like, what are you talking about? We can't bring the Spot into Dragon Ball. That doesn't make any sense. No, we can't bring the Spot into Dragon Ball as much as I would like to. But there is one character that is exactly like the Spot that would be perfect for Dragon Ball because he's already in Dragon Ball, and it is a villain that has been seen before. And with Toyotaro and Toriyama and all of Toei and Shueisha taking concepts from the past and remaking them, it is time for them to bring this villain into the forefront, and that is Janemba. Janemba needs to be a villain in Dragon Ball Super. Now, I don't want Janemba as we've seen him. I want somebody that follows the story of Janemba to a certain degree and has the exact same powers, basically kind of like Janemba, but not Janemba in name. So Janemba literally has the exact same story as the Spot. He is a character that is essentially really non-threatening and honestly just laughable in the very beginning. A sort of villain of the week, or somebody that is just not taken seriously, as we saw with Janemba, his earlier form that a lot of people don't know about or have forgotten about is this ginormous, cute, and cuddly baby Janemba, I guess is what maybe I'll call him. Baby Janemba is just a kid, and then he transforms after essentially being murdered by Goku into the Janemba that we see here, because death means nothing to them in hell, and he basically just transforms after being killed. And when he's transformed, he is far more threatening. He is far stronger than any of the characters in Dragon Ball Z, even the peak ones, including Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and it takes Goku and Vegeta to fuse into Gogeta to be able to stop him. And the coolest thing about Janemba is he's got almost the exact same powers as a Spot. He makes spots and cuts through dimensions to attack his foes. That's one of his main abilities and techniques. It's one of the main moves he has in the video games, and it could be amplified to the point and to the level that Spot is actually at. And it is about damn time that we got something in the Dragon Ball universe that was akin to a Spider-Verse type of story. There are so many different versions of Goku. There's so many different interdimensional and inter-timeline type of characters at this point, and there's just so many spin-offs that there could be a Goku verse or a Dragon Ball verse type of story in the future. And I think that Toyotaro is really capable of this, because this is probably the biggest hint to me that he is taking inspiration from Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse specifically and implementing them in his story. In the Dragon Ball Super Superhero prequel manga, we got to see a little side story of Goten and Trunks going to high school, very similar to how Gohan did back in Dragon Ball Z. We get to see that Goten has a lot of different friends, and two of them look very similar to two main characters that we get not only into the Spider-Verse, but across the Spider-Verse as well. Can you tell me that these two characters do not look like Miles and Gwen with a straight face? No, you can't. They look identical to them. And I think this is because Toyotaro is actively watching the movies, and he's now taking inspiration from the movies to put in Dragon Ball Super. So if I had to guess, I would say that Toyotaro has watched Across the Spider-Verse himself. And he not only has watched it, but has loved it to the point like we all have, and probably is realizing the exact same conclusion that I'm realizing, that we do have a spot in Dragon Ball Super, and it's Janemba. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think. This is going to be Blackscape signing off. Take care, guys.
Subscribe for more content. Or perish.